All right. It's time for the episode of The Mega Leg. Double the roadblocks, double the detours, double the pain. Hey, Shane, did you experience pain watching yourself cut an avocado on TV?
God, man, here we go. You know what?
The rest of America did.
I figured at some point it was coming out, but you're really gonna do me like that? You're gonna open it up?
And we're already live.
Was I muted or did I unmute?
No. That's how we always start.
That's how we start every single episode. What is up, everybody? This is the Mean Green Team episode with the military bros. First off, we got Marcus. What is up, Marcus?
What's going on, Lewis? What's going on, Shell?
Chilling.
Shane, how's everybody doing?
Man.
And we got the winners of episode 6, Juan and Shane, baby. Wait, we have applause. Mike, can you hit the applause button, please? It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. Man,
sorry,
my head
I
is going to be
probably
this
did
big when we're done.
I'm so jealous.
Oh, man. The whole for us, Shane. Take it in, dude. We made it.
I know. I'm kidding. This is it, man. This is it.
Oh, I love you guys. You guys been on like backstage for like 5 minutes, and all we've been doing is just making fun of each other, and this is great.
Bro,
like,
I'm out of jokes.
like
That's it. It's a wrap.
we wasted it all backstage.
Don't worry, we'll act like if we didn't hear it and we'll laugh.
Yeah.
We'll all laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah. You gotta repeat that. So, Marcus, man, dude, it's been a while. How you been? Tell everybody what you're doing. How's life? Talk to everybody.
Oh, man. Well, first off, great seeing everybody. Nice seeing you all again. I'm going to come out to Miami soon. I'll catch up with you. So last time I was in Savannah, Georgia. Now I'm up in the DMV. So I'm working for the Army Ceremonial Unit up here. I'll be here for about another year or so. And then life will take me elsewhere.
Sweet, dude. Sweet. People love you and your brother, man. They want to see.
I wish I had you all's energy for social media, because I think I could have generated some dollars by now, but I just don't.
Oh no, we didn't generate shit. we got a free mattress. That's about it, bro.
No, I was walking at just like random places. I think I was in the Lowe's somewhere. People came up to me and like, "Yo, you're my hero." So I was like, "Yo, how can I monetize this?"
Wow, dude.
Always thinking about
change the
money.
kid's life. Give me your freaking money.
And speaking about making money through merch, you know, these entrepreneurs, Juan and Shane. What's up, boys?
What's going on, dude?
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you guys so much for having us. We're super stoked to be here.
Listen, Juan, I feel like you're one of our cousins because we're both Colombian. And every time you talk on TV,
Oh, see ya.
Welcome here we are. It's our podcast now.
We're taking over, baby.
Bottom right, we got Marcus.
It's Croqueta Chat.
Yo, we got Big Mike. Shout out to Mike.
What's up, guys? What's up?
whoa, what happened?
We're back.
Hey,
I'm taking over.
it's our podcast now.
We hacked
guys.
the system.
Welcome to our show.
Wait, was that everybody or who was that?
It's just you
Just you
guys.
guys.
Just you guys.
I don't know what happened, but we're back.
We did hijack the pod there for a second, though, for sure.
Yes. So, boys, I got a lot of questions for you guys. You know, it was a great episode, a lot to talk about. We experienced the Mega Leg episode, and what I loved about it. What's up? What's up, Team Walla Walla? What's going on, y'all? And this was overall, I really enjoyed this Mega Leg because you saw double the roadblocks, double the detours, double the pain in one episode. So I gotta play.
Yes.
I mean, I gotta play myself a little bit here, guys.
I
Right?
love it, dude.
Dude, you stayed so positive the entire time. I don't know how you did it.
I think wasn't there a point where Rod during the episode said triple the pain?
Somebody
Somewhere
said
in there?
triple.
Somebody did say that.
Maybe it was
It's
Vinny.
probably doing that bike detour or roadblock.
Oh
That
man,
was
I got thoughts about that bike,
Dude.
but we'll wait till we get to it. We'll wait till
Yo,
we get to it.
I don't know,
have
man.
thoughts.
We
Oh,
texted
dude.
Rod today. That he is a machine. Like,
No, for real.
he didn't even take a breath, dude. You're just like, I'm built for this. He's like, yeah, dude, all right, you're scaring me.
Did you guys see him last episode? How he jumped the fence? He helped Leticia up, and he just goes whoop, and he just hopped over the fence, bro.
His
Like
feet never made any contact with the fence. Yeah,
it's insane.
yeah,
That's
it's
insane.
nuts. Yeah. I mean, we're in like relatively good shape, but dude, that dude is on another level.
Insane.
Yes. So, before we get started with the show, all right, if you guys watch Croqueta Chat, we do a lot of segments with a lot of graphics. And today I was at work. I just got home like 20 minutes ago. And I didn't have a chance to tell Mike my idea of this graphic.
Wait.
So,
I'm working on it. Give me a second.
all right. So wait, Mike, is yours ready though?
Mine is ready. Yeah.
Okay. So my idea for the segment is called Team Mean Green Cuisine.
Ah, for crying
Oh, I'm excited.
I can't escape it. I can't. It's a worst nightmare playing over and over again, dude.
Play the graphics, Mike.
But hey, give me a second because I didn't finish doing the graphic correct. So let me do it one more. Give me like 2 minutes.
All right, I want to see a top tier. I want to see a finished product.
Okay, so should we keep talking about Rod, how strong he is, and
Yeah, like that dude needs any bigger of a head.
Yo, guys, I hate to do this, but like I actually gotta go. My wife is calling me, and
He's not going anywhere, dude. In fact, you know what? Give him an avocado. We're doing this live.
So I'm gonna give Mike a few minutes. So Juan, Shane, talk to us like about your service. How'd you guys meet? And tell us what made you go on Amazing Race.
my mic is disabled. Juan, take the lead.
All right, I got this. All right, cool. So yeah, so Shane and I met in 2018. I got a slot to pilot training out of UCF, Go Knights. And so I've always been active duty. And Shane's a guard guy, so Shane already knew what plane he was going to fly out of pilot training, and that's kind of where we met. Shay was coming out flying the A-10. He knew this. I was kind of competing for a plane while I did the training. So we met. In pilot training, the way it goes is, you work hard and you try to play hard to be able to blow off all that steam. So Shane and I met at a friend's party. Immediately kind of hit it off. It was like, I always say it's like a bromance at first sight, because Shane and I are like very similar, and then we also like complement each other in a lot of ways. So we hit it off early on. We hit a lot of lows in pilot training because it's like the hardest year of your life by far. So we were there for each other for a lot of stuff.
I'm sorry.
Thank God I did the
struggle that he's
building
been through. I was giggling in the middle of it. I'm
All
sorry.
right, we got there.
No, you're fine. Yeah. So long story
Good.
short, met, became best friends instantly. Shane went off to Michigan. I went off to Spokane, Washington, and then Shane started a page. And Shane, you can go ahead and take over from here. It's your story.
Yeah, so Juan touched on the pilot training thing, and Marcus, you know how this goes, man. As far as the military, like you find somebody, and in lots of cases, it's a group of people, and so yeah, Juan and I, we from the get go, you go through the hardest year of your life, and Marcus, and I know you can attest to this. You go through trials and tribulations, and that just draws you close to the people that you're with, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, dude, you know how it goes, and that's how. Go ahead.
Yeah, what made you guys apply for the Amazing Race or get on the Amazing Race? Did somebody reach out to you, or did you apply?
No, man. Yeah, so like I run I've kind of veered away from it just because of the application that it was on, but I had a social media following, and I still do on an app, but Marcus is laughing because he knows exactly.
An app.
Bro, they grill us on this in the military all the time.
Uh-oh.
I'm so curious.
We'll refer to it as the app that will remain unnamed.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And anyway, got a bunch of. I had gathered a pretty decent following. I was helping kids become fighter pilots because not a whole lot of people understand how to do it. Like, unless you get everybody, everybody, no matter what you do, your success story, you get lucky somehow, right? And so, like, I'm trying to pass the luck over to these young kids that want to do it. And I did a live video one day, and I against my better judgment, I think I was wearing my uniform. I don't think I know. I was wearing my uniform, and it had a bunch of people in the live feed, and CBS was in it. In my inbox afterwards, they're like, "Hey, looking through your profile, we know you got this friend Juan, and we really want him on the race.
So what really happened was they're like, hey, like Top Gun just came out. Obviously, it's kind of hot right now. You're a fighter pilot. You're a good-looking cat. You want to do the Amazing Race with a buddy? And then so Shane called me.
Nice. And how much did you guys prepare? Like, how many seasons did you watch, and what did you do to prepare for the Amazing Race?
Yeah, probably 5, including yours.
Yeah. No, it was 5. It was 5 seasons, and like by preparing, other than being a super fan, like, and then handling the physical aspect, making sure that's squared away, there's really not much you can do to prepare for this, because you can think you're going to see exactly what you know what I mean? Juan, like, what do you think? Like, Marcus, what do you guys think? Like,
Yeah, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. Marcus, I'll let you talk because you've been a little quiet over there.
Oh, no. I was just, I was having a flashback. I almost brought the tears. Yeah, I can't prepare for a 70-pound panel of Picasso in Spain.
Right, yeah.
What do you mean, Marcus? I prepared for that. We put up our own artwork out here.
But you see behind them, they're already doing the panels behind them. Look at that.
So,
bro, for real.
So, like, one thing that I learned in the challenge was my favorite quote is, "You got to be good at doing stupid shit." That's pretty much the quote that I learned in the challenge, and it brings me back to the Amazing Race, and that's what we kind of did to prepare.
What is it? What's the jack of all?
You got jack of all trades, master of
none.
master of none, and be good at doing stupid shit. Right. So we would just go play darts. We would go. I mean, it's not stupid shit, but rock climbing. We'll make a puzzle, and then we'll build a tent in the backyard in the dark, blindfolded. I don't know, some bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
You just got to be kind of well-rounded.
Yes. And you guys, I'm not sure if you guys were in the same city to practice for the Amazing Race, but we were together. You guys weren't, right? So at least us, we got to, obviously we're married, we're together. So we were able to work on communication. We were able to work on navigating, like her in the back of the car. So there are things you could do, but when you guys are separated like that, it's way tougher. Mike, how we doing with the graphics, bro?
All right, here we go. I want to start with Michelle's graphic. This is going to be great.
No. Start with your graphic, Mike.
Okay, here we go.
Dude,
Cuisine.
Machine Cuisine, dude.
All right.
We could start our own company that nobody would hire.
I don't have the words, man. I don't have the words.
Now, my beautiful wife, she saw that Mike.
Retell the story
Yes,
again.
Everybody, that's the name of my segment here with Marcus, Juan, and Shane, Team Mean Green Cuisine, and I'll get into it in a second. And I always ask Mike for graphics. He was a little bit behind, and my beautiful wife got on her iPhone.
I said that I would make it in a permanent marker. I'll put it in a sign, hold it up.
But she got on her phone and tried to make a graphic, and here it is.
They're mean, they're green, and they make cuisine.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. What do you mean?
Not the stars.
I love the whistling Star Wars in the background.
Oh, that was me. I added that one. Here we go.
They're mean, they're green, and they make cuisine.
Dude, that's incredible. Hey, these are awesome.
Good job, Michelle.
So,
Thank you.
So before we get into the episode, I want to do this segment with the boys, Team Mean Green Cuisine, and I want to start off by sharing this video. Everybody, please watch.
Oh, wait, I haven't seen this.
Not much, dude. Sweet, dude. Yeah, like I was telling you, I had some really good ideas for some merch we dropped for the pod. I think you're really gonna like it. Let me know what you think.
Oh, dude, this is sick.
Get yours today.
Get yours today. Follow the link. It's in our Instagram. Lost Town Show.
Check out their Instagram, Lost Com Show. Check out their merch. Boys, can you stand up and give us a spin, please?
Let's do it.
Hey, Lost Comms, everybody.
And
Nice.
yes, and that is an avocado sliced by a serial killer. All right.
So if you guys are actually, not interested in buying the shirt, it's fine. Just understand this, that video was pretty much exactly how it went. Juan's like, hey, man, I got this really good idea that's going to sell, and we're going to do this shirt. I'm like, okay, what is it? And he told me about it. I'm like, God, I hate you. So, like...
All right, so for this segment, I'm going to bring Chef Juan into the kitchen, and I'm going to ask him some questions. Now, all you think that I'm sorry, not Chef Juan. Juan knows his stuff in the kitchen. I saw him cooking bandeja paisa. I'm talking about Chef Shane, excuse me. And everybody thinks Shane doesn't know kitchen. He doesn't know how to cook. I think Shane was just doing that for TV. I think Shane. So I'm going to ask Shane some cooking questions. All right, and I know he's going to answer these right.
Wait,
all
before you go, Marcus, do you know how to cook?
Yes.
That's what's up.
But now asking me if I like to cook.
Oh, I'm the same.
Yeah, Michelle doesn't
But
like
have
to
you ever
cook.
cooked a bandeja paisa?
Of course not.
You never know.
Dice...
No. So Shane, here's question number 1. Watch, guys. These are some questions that only experienced chefs know. All right.
I hate everyone.
Watch. No, he knows his shit. Which vitamin does the orange have a lot of?
Vitamin C.
Thank God. Thank God, dude.
This is just okay, you guys. This is a no-win situation. If I get it right, I should get it right. If I get it wrong, it's just the avocado all over again.
Yes. Next question. What? All right. Next question. What are dried grapes called?
Raisins.
Hey, 2 for 2, buddy. Keep going.
Cook in the kitchen, bro. Cook in the kitchen. All right. Which vegetable is sauerkraut made from?
Oh no, cabbage.
Yes, good job, dude. I was like, oh crap, Lewis, is he right?
Tomatoes a fruit or vegetable?
Would you like to phone a friend?
It's a fruit.
Yes. You heard it here first, folks.
All right, and last question for Chef Shane. What is the main ingredient in guacamole?
I don't know, man. Ask Juan. He obviously doesn't know.
Dude, all right, so hold on. What's funny about that is, like, when I asked Shane, hey, can you cut an avocado? I was like, that was kind of a dick move. Like, I'm here taking over. Like, how am I even going to ask him that? Like, give him some credit. The man can, and the crazy thing is Shane can cook. It's just like that one weird thing he does. But I was like, he's like, yeah, dude, I got you. I was like, all right, cool, cut it in force. And I'm like, dude, I'm stressing out because this is my challenge, right? Like, we picked it because supposedly I was good at it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like stressing out. I was like, dude, we can't lose this spot. And then I turn around, Shane's like, all right, dude, what next? And I look at it and I was like, all right, dude, pack your bags, baby. We're going to be our own beds tonight.
So is this considered one of the psychotic things? Like if you cut an avocado, that way you're psycho?
Yeah, like how you put on your shoes.
Yes.
This girl puts on her sock, her shoe.
Oh, you're a sock shoe girl?
I am.
Don't tell me.
What? No way.
Pathological behavior. Absolutely not.
100%. And I realized this. I wanted to say, like, it was like 12 years into our relationship. And I realized that she's a sock shoe. Like, I married a psycho.
Put on one
She's hiding it for a long time, yeah.
What if you put on one shoe and there's a fire? You're committed to one shoe.
Well, my foot was already up, so I put a sock and I put a shoe in it. Then I put it back down.
No.
Anyways,
here's another thing, which the whole avocado thing. I cut the sandwiches in half this way, not a
That's okay.
No. Listen, it is a scientific fact that if you cut it diagonal, you get more sandwich.
100%.
There is more sandwich if you cut it diagonal.
Let's be fair. That's not like that's
call science, dude.
Yes, dude. Because you
dude, I've got Bill Nye on speed dial right now. You think I won't call him? I will freaking call him, dude.
Shane, don't worry, I got you. We're both psychos.
Just say the sandwich thing, not a big deal. Not a big deal. The sandwich, avocado. I guess it depends on who you talk to these days.
And that concludes our segment, Team Mean Green Cuisine.
Hell yeah.
Thank God.
They're mean, they're green, and they make cuisine.
Dude, big fan.
All right, boys. So, all right, let's get into the episode. Let's get into the Amazing Race, right? So, Juan and Shane, you guys are at the starting line, right? And everybody sizes up all the teams, right? And at what point, like, did you ever think at the starting line that this cute, like, adorable gay couple, mint Hawaiian color, yes, with they got bellies, right? And did you ever think that they were going to be the ones pretty much dominating this race?
No. I mean, and I mean, like, they won. I can't speak for Shane, but they won. They put us all in a room to like start briefing us on stuff. And obviously, you size everybody up. This is the first time we're ever seeing the other teams. And Shane and I are going one by one. And I told Anthony and Bailey, this is the first time I ever saw them. They were looking forward, and I was like, oh, dude, there's a lot of girl teams this season. Because I didn't see their face. I just saw two long-haired blondes. But then, like, obviously, we're like, all right, well, Rod and Leticia are obvious contenders. And, like, they weren't on our radar as much as they should have been, is what I'm trying to say. For sure, these dudes surprised.
I don't ever remember looking at them and being like, and ruling them out by any means. But I certainly wasn't like, hey, these are the dudes that we're going to be going, that we're going to be fighting with.
And I'm sure everybody was looking at you guys like I looked at Marcus and Mike. Like, I was just like, these boys, they're going to kill it. They're going to kill it.
I don't know. I hope.
It's Marcus, who did you look at, Marcus?
Me.
In our season?
Yes.
To be completely honest, when we met everybody, whatever that briefing room was, Michael and I said to each other, like, all right, so who's finishing second and who's finishing third? And then I think after like a leg or two, we had a conversation with Phil, and he was asking somebody like who he thinks is like the most threatening or whatever. And we told him, he's like, well, after us or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Full arrogance was on the order,
dude.
Marcus confident? No way. I just want to say
we actually told him, we were like, it's probably Derek and Claire and Molly and Emily who ended up actually like winning against second place. And a lot of it was, I don't know how it was with you guys, Juan and Shane. Yeah. Like the very first episode, we're in the car, we're driving to where we're driving to, and like we're trying to navigate. And so, camera crew, he just continues asking us questions. He wants content.
Oh yeah.
And it was that type of thing. I'm like, this type of thing is not going to bother like Derek and Claire who were on a previous show. So that kind of lended. I just figured Michael and I were going to dominate physically. The producer said something about somebody on our team having like the highest like score on the IQ test. So I wasn't worried about any like intellectual talent. So that was that.
Let me say what's up to some people on the chat real quick. First off, we got Team Walla Walla. What is up, Walla Walla? I also want to say what's up to Ellen MacArthur. That is Corey's bro. What is up? Of course, we got a man that sponsored the show, Ray Fletcher. We'll be back to you in a sec, Ray Fletcher. And Mr. Justin from another green team member, bruh.
Another confident
So what is
man.
Justin?
Oh yeah, confidence doesn't even begin to cover it with Justin.
Yeah.
So Juan and Shane, did you guys watch Justin's season?
Hell yeah, we did.
Okay, cool. So you know about Justin. That's cool.
Oh
That's
yeah.
For sure. All right. So let's get into the episode. So we see. Let me take this out. Sorry, working on this. All right. So tell us about your battle. Like describe your battle with Cesar and Caesar. Ricky and Cesar. Wow, sorry.
I mean,
like tell us about that whole battle, the intensity back and forth this leg.
These guys from the start, right? And it was legitimately from the jump. Yeah. They made it very apparent that like they weren't a team that was going to just roll over. And as the legs progressed, they're not a team that's going to go away. Like up to this point, right? Like they're like, these guys are good, And so Juan and I are now like trying to figure out. You saw last leg that Juan and I ran. Like we ran a perfect leg. Perfect leg.
Yeah.
Perfect leg. Last leg. And we came in second. And Phil looks at us and goes, you just had it. You just missed it. And we like if you look
it was that close. It was that close. That wasn't
the camera's cut and we asked him and he goes, 4 minutes.
Wow.
He goes, you lost by 4 minutes. And if you look at our facial expressions, like Like, yeah, sure. Juan said it, dude. You said it last episode. He's like, we are a first place team coming in the middle of the pack, and like we're tired. Like we're tired of it. We're at this point. I kind of talked in my pod, like we're having a blast because we're on the Amazing Race, right? Like this is insane,
Unreal.
right?
Unreal.
But the competition.
But on the same token, it's a competition, and like we're not having the most fun right now.
No,
like fourth, fifth. That's not fun. And then Phil tells us that we missed it by 4 minutes. Like you see our facial expressions, like we're pissed, like we're not happy.
Yeah.
And so,
and the
you
way I like to
guys,
describe it. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Juan. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the way I like to describe it is like if you imagine like a brick labyrinth, Ricky and Caesar know the race. They understand the kind of the intricacies of every decision made, whereas Shane and I were going into it not super fans. And so Shane had decided, hey, like we're gonna lean towards our strength, which is legitimately strength. And so if you think about the the brick labyrinth, Ricky and Caesar weaving their way through it, and me and Shane bashing through all the walls. After a while, it takes a hit on you, and so the frustration increases to that. So we want to bash even harder, and it like the results. What I believe our mistake up until now it had been was that like we committed to the physical challenges too early without actually thinking about the decision, thinking it would work in our benefit, not realizing how unbalanced some of the challenges would be.
Right.
100%. Like the one in Medellin where it was dancing or that puzzle, right? I mean, but it happens, you know. It's
and you can never determine it. We could definitely relate to you guys. The first time we won first place, Lewis was like, we're not a middle of the pack team. We need to win first place. Yeah. And in my head, I'm running down Petra. And I'm like, I'm a first place team. Running next to Marcus, which his bag is not even weighing anything. I have no bags. And I'm like, I'm a first place team.
I love it.
On the race, exactly.
That was awesome.
The challenges are so unpredictable and so different. Really like you can never see which one you're gonna do wrong or right. You never know when it's gonna be unbalanced. So
and talking about the task for this leg, I feel like it was the race car one that really propelled you guys to first place. Do you guys think that's correct?
Definitely.
Oh, dude. Oh, Juan. This is
you got it on your first attempt, right?
Yeah.
And race, it's a Colombian thing, right, Juan? Because Colombians love racing, BMX, race cars, all of that. Is that something that you grew up?
Yeah, watching? I mean, I grew up racing 4-wheelers with my buddies. And so it's like what's funny about that, the whole Colombian thing is that I've been getting a lot of shit for not speaking more Spanish. I was speaking Spanish like 95% of the time. They just didn't show it. Yeah. And so they're like, well, Ricky and Caesar are using it. Why aren't you using it? It's like, I am. They're just not showing it.
People understand like there's other clips that they don't see. Like, you know, they're only going to see like they're only going to see
how long?
6 minutes.
So how long is the race? The race only like like an hour and a half? It's like no, it's actually not an hour and a half. It was 10 hours.
Yeah, it's not like a 10-hour day. Come on.
But so coming back to the car, really the big thing was it wasn't map it out and figure it out. It was we're going to put you in a car, spin you around a ton of times, and then we're going to have you solve a puzzle. And every time you go, you get more and more disoriented, so it's harder. Yes. Now, it's going to sound like I'm just hyping myself up here. You're not gonna get me motion sick. Like I'm just not going to get motion sick from a car. Mm-hmm. And so when I got out of the car, I was perfectly within my facilities to be able to develop, like a process for the 9-piece puzzle. Whereas other people that may not be used to the motion, it might have taken a little stronger of a toll on them. And you can see it as, like, for example, like some of the teammates progress and go harder, like more and more tries. They start getting a little more disoriented, and it starts getting a little harder. It was the easiest it was going to be the first time, and that's what I committed to. So luckily, I was able to knock it out.
Yeah, Ron, you're so good at being humble.
I'm the best at being humble, baby.
There's so much confidence on this Croqueta Chat today. Hey, Justin, add Justin on the line. Guys, so Mike, I just loaded a picture on the chat there. If you can load that up. So speaking of that puzzle, it was so frustrating. You know what? Let's jump into it. Actually, I'm not sure if you guys know this segment. It's growing in popularity. It's just insane. It's getting millions and millions of views right now, and
kind of like your TikTok.
Yes, we have a special sponsor. Oh wait, okay. Well, let's talk about this real fast. So this is Angie, and she wasn't the only one that was making this mistake. And some people online said it's like actually just how Juan just said. It's get in a car, get dizzy, solve a puzzle. It's not so much about memorizing the track, right, Juan? Is that correct?
Yep.
Exactly. And where this frustrated me is like most people put the first piece on the bottom right. That piece can't go there. It has to go somewhere
It
in the
leads
middle.
nowhere.
It leads nowhere. That piece has to go on the edges and in the middle. So by you starting there, you're just messing up your whole board. And Juan, I'm guessing how did you start this puzzle, Juan? Like, what was your strategy?
Well, I even I got in the car and I had a whole process because I expected it to be I had to draw it out. So I was like, I'm really have to memorize this thing. So I did a reference north thing. I was like, all right, where the sun is right now, that's reference north. I'm just gonna go completely off of that and reference that side every time I turn. So I started doing that, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, there's a cusp moon. This looks kind of like a Mickey Mouse, whatever. Like, I get there, and I'm like, all right, time to do this thing. I go and I look at the puzzle, and I was like, oh wait, it's a puzzle. And then I was like, we started on this end of there's no road past that. So the beginning has to be all the way to the right. There's nothing past it.
You just did
and so I
left
put the
turns.
beginning, and it's exactly like you said. It needs to lead to each other. So I was like, okay, well, I know it has to be on the right. I know it has to be in the middle. And then from there, I just built on the lines that matched.
Nice.
I mean, with race brain, it's easy to mess it up the first
Agreed.
time.
Totally. Yeah.
Because you don't know
100%.
exactly where you're going.
But did you guys see Leticia's?
Oh my God. Poor Leticia.
That was awful.
And,
So
dude,
was,
I can only assume that.
Derek's wasn't good either.
Yeah.
Who did what?
I'm sorry, Marcus, what'd you say?
Derek and Shalisa, Derek's board wasn't good either.
Oh,
I was like, why is that thing at the bottom?
Wait a second. How about her reaction when she saw his puzzle? She was like, "This is what you had to do," and you took so long doing it.
But guys, I'm gonna interrupt the show real quick because we got our sponsor.
Our sponsor right here.
Hey.
Paying our bills. So let's get into the segment called The Wheel of Robics. Hold on, guys. I have an ad read. All right, yeah, to pay some bills. Wheel of Robics brought to you by Ray Fletcher. Looking for some extra cash? Start an Amazing Race podcast, and Ray will take care of you. Ray Fletcher, the sponsor of the Amazing Race podcast. Bills are paid. All right.
Hey, we have a podcast too.
I don't know how you can give us money, but we like money. So.
We can pay you in hugs, dude.
Marcus, you got a podcast? Come on.
I'll get one soon.
You got a podcast. You got a podcast.
And if you want to be on our podcast, give us $20 and maybe we can down.
So, all right. So basically, if you guys are asking what a Robic is a race topic. And Ray Fletcher bought us a giant wheel. We have it behind the camera, and you guys can't see it right now. But it's a giant wheel, and I'm gonna spin it. And there's a bunch of topics that I pretty much pasted on the wheel. Okay, and let's see what the wheel lands on. All right, but these are the Robics on the wheel. Robic number 1. It's all because of you.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Robic number 2. Awkward. Robic number 3. Was I wrong?
Oh God. Oh God. He's done that one in every single episode.
Robic number 4. Genius. Robic number 5. Why y'all so mad? Robic number 6. And my last Robic. How much? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go behind the camera. I'm gonna spin the wheel real fast.
Oh god.
Oh wow, that's pretty audible. That's great.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And it landed on.
Nice. Wait,
It's all because of you.
Okay, wait, hold on. What we like to do is try and guess what he's talking about. So, do you guys have any guesses?
Does it have to do with specifically this episode, correct?
Yeah,
This episode.
It's this. Okay.
I don't know the topic either, so I'm gonna guess with you guys. It's all because of you.
All because of you on the mega leg too to make it any freaking harder.
Does
the way you said it, is that part of it?
I'm not saying anything.
All because of you.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot and say that.
Or is it somebody else? Like it can be
Anything, anybody.
Oh,
I'm gonna lean towards it's positive, and it's Amber saying that it's because of Danny that they did so well for the nap.
Okay. Well, Marcus, what do you think?
well, I was thinking it was about Juan and Shane, so I was just thinking because of Juan's success at the roadblock that led them to win it.
Nah, Shane wouldn't give me that kind of credit.
Shane, what you got?
God, I'm trying to think, guys.
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go that Lewis is going. It's all because of you, Amber, that this whole alliance happened.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good guess.
I'm gonna say it's Team Walla Walla. It's all because of you that I'm getting heat stroke and that I'm getting so dizzy.
And then she got blew up in the bubble on the soccer field.
Dude, that was tough. That was tough.
not cool, man. Like, what are those cats doing, dude? Like, come on.
I had to pause
So-
the show. I was cracking up when they tackled her on the soccer field.
Hey, if you guys ever played bubble soccer, if you haven't,
So
do
much
it.
fun.
It's so much
Great
fun.
time.
And it's all because of you, you group starts. It's because of the group starts is why there's so many alliances. It's just something that you do. It's all because of you. The Amazing Race, you're starting teams in a group, they're going to naturally follow each other.
True.
We did that in our season when we were in the middle of the pack with Derek and Claire. You know, we rode out to France, okay, and we just followed each other. Let's work together to get to the front of the pack. Now, when Derek, Claire, me, and Michelle got to the front of the pack, and I'll never forget this. We were in France. We were parking in front of the cathedral. We see no other cars in the marked parking lot. So we're behind Derek and Claire. They park, and I saw Derek and Claire just run. They didn't wait for us, and that's where the alliance stopped. Marcus, you did the same thing with Emily and Molly a few times, right? Where you guys had a little mini alliance.
I think twice. At the beginning of Dordogne in France, we were looking at the map, and then they were like, hey, let's get there. Let's find it, and then get there together. We got to the castle where we did the rappel, and then after that, everybody broke apart and did their own thing. And then I think there's another time in second leg going to Austria. It was Rex and Tim. And it was like, hey, let's follow each other, whatever. We got there, Mike yodeled, and then we did our own thing.
Yes.
I remember we got to a location. Lewis told Derek, "I'm gonna leave your ass now." Like, or you said, like, once I'm done, I'm out of here.
Out of there. Out
like,
of there.
We're friends now, but
Want to share any alliances with you guys? Like, I haven't seen that many teams that you've worked with so far.
I mean, other than Rod and Leticia, we worked. You know,
That's right. Last episode.
I don't know if you call it an alliance. Like there was an opportunity to help them because they had helped us, and but it wasn't like hey, we're gonna go through. You know, we weren't going through the race with them.
No.
And we made it pretty clear at the beginning of every leg that we're running our own race. We're not running anybody else's leg. Because I can go home as a loser knowing I lost my race. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if somebody else lost my race for me.
Yep.
So we were to us that's not something we probably would have done. We were pretty good about putting the blinders on and just looking at Ricky and Cesar's back the whole time.
Alliance,
baby. And then we get to the next challenge and they were there. It's like they were materializing into the freaking challenge.
Dude, that's how I felt about Marcus and Mike in Dordogne, France. Like, these guys literally left their keys on the top of the castle. They had to go back up, get it. Mind you, we're 5 teams ahead of them, and they pop up there like a magic trick, dude. Like, I'm just like, how the hell did these guys do that?
Kings.
Wow.
You almost think you're getting punked, bro.
Honestly.
On that note, you're right, alluding to the navigation. I thought it was pretty interesting that I'm drawing a blank on Team Waller. Like, he's the navigation king, and then they were ahead of the other 2 teams, and then they got passed up. I was like, I wonder if they're so happy about following the navigation team, and then it didn't happen. So, so I'd rather just go and get lost myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Will and James, and yeah, especially when it comes to navigation, like it's so basically.
I mean, there's something that makes you feel
so much to talk about,
a little comfortable of being with someone while navigating. Because if one of you gets lost, you get lost together.
And you can feed off each other.
Yeah.
It is a comfortable feeling. But once again,
it's going to be a foot race to the mat at the end of this, and I'm going to win.
Yeah.
I don't care how long.
And there was, I noticed, and I think I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but there was some controversy with that race to the mat at the end. With that line.
Go ahead. No, we don't talk linear here.
Oh, okay,
everything out of order. I saw Danny's podcast, and Team Walla Walla, they since Amber helped out Angie at the roadblock. They promised that they won't step on the mat before because Angie was stuck on that puzzle for a while. So they promised, and Team Walla Walla was pretty much at the mat. They didn't step at the mat on the mat.
No,
they were just at the mat before both Rod and Leticia and Amber and Vinny. But they didn't jump on the mat because of what they promised. But Rod and Leticia comes in and whoop, get on there.
And so, the question is, like, who's in the wrong? Like, could you blame them?
Look,
it's a race.
Look, you can't blame them, right? Because Team Walla Walla, Rod and Leticia are not wrong, right? And it's a game, right? And it's beautiful hearted people, and they kept the promise. And Team Walla Walla wanted Amber and Vinny to jump on there, but now it looks like they're going to be, instead of being in third place, possibly in group 2, they might be in the last group. So now Team Walla Walla might be 15 minutes.
Okay, but can we talk about Danny's strategy to do an alliance is working? Because look at how far he's gone now.
I feel like
through this.
But if you think about Team Walla Walla, it was one task that Angie couldn't do. Everything else, they've been doing fine.
That's true.
And especially when it comes to navigating, like they're not perfect, but
they're doing better than most.
They're doing better than a lot of teams on the season. A lot, right? So does he need that alliance? I don't know.
Not.
I don't know.
But maybe he's doing it just in case for his mom, and it's been working. What I do want to talk about, though, because Will and James they're here and they're saying can't wait to catch up more in depth about this episode, and I kind of spoke to him about it because his season was attacked so much for having an alliance, right? But in this situation, he spoke to me about it that you don't stop your race to do an alliance. You could help for 1 second and then keep racing. Like they never stopped their race. They continued doing their race, and Amber stopped her race completely to help these people.
I think a lot of it has to do with the people, like the human part of it, right? Like because this cast, I'm sure you guys are extremely similar on your guys' end with your season, but this cast, like everybody truly really gets along and like loves everyone, right? So I think that probably had a part. And Juan and I we said it at the beginning, like, hey, we're gonna help whoever we can, like to help. There's 13 teams here, you know what I mean? Like, why would we not? Until it becomes a factor. If we're competing, like
to us.
Yeah, like if we're competing for first, we're competing to not be last. And so I think you saw a little bit of that because the people are in this cast are just truly genuine people.
Yeah, I love every one of them individually. I will say, and again, this is only one man's opinion, one humble racer, but
the humblest person I've ever met.
I'm the best of being humble. I did not agree with the icing out the other teams in the meat challenge. I didn't think that was integrity. And it stops being a race at that point and it starts being Survivor. Because you can't, if you're not allowed to race, you're not racing anymore. Like, and so I think purposely blocking somebody out kind of takes the essence of the race away. Again, I'm going to say that with the caveat that they're showing 10% of what actually happened because you can't show it all in an hour and a half. And so you don't know what the deep down story is. I think that's just one man's take. Obviously, we weren't there in that moment, so we don't know exactly the details.
All right. I like your take, Juan. And maybe we'll get back to that. Everybody in the chat, what do you think about blocking the last task for the meat challenge thingy? All right. So everybody on the chat. So let's continue to spin the wheel, guys. Yo, Ray, shout out to Ray. Dude, this wheel costs a lot of money, bro. So we're gonna go and spin the wheel. But not only do I have the wheel, guys. Yo, Shane, you got a wheel too, bro. You got it in the mail already, right? It's right behind your camera. I saw you set it up earlier.
You did.
So Shane,
set up his mic.
So it's set up.
Look, so yeah, exactly, dude. So here are the topics that are left. Awkward, right? You have genius. Why y'all mad? Right? How much? And So Shane, do me a favor, bro. Can you go ahead and spin? Oh, I'm sorry, Am. Was I wrong? All right, Shane, go ahead and spin the wheel for me. Can you stand?
I got you, bro. I'm honored, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Good spin, Shane. That's a healthy spin.
Wheel is very close to super close to his camera. All right. So, and what did it land on, Shane?
Oh,
Was I wrong?
Was I wrong?
Why? Why that one?
Dangerous gonna be.
Whenever was I wrong?
It's just been a continuous topic this season. So, was I wrong in the beginning of the season after 2 first-place finishes of Rod and Leticia? I was not riding their high horse just yet. Because I believe, athletes don't do the same, research, and they don't know the show as much. So I call them a back-of-the-pack team instead of a continuous first-place team. Now, was I wrong about that? Yes, I was wrong, but I do see them more continuously as a middle-of-the-pack team in this season. And I think this episode showed it more than ever. Because even though Rod is a physical beast, bro, that dude destroyed, bro. How he destroyed those water bottles, it was insane. He did not stop, right? But at the end of the day, look, navigation is gonna get him, and there's just simple puzzle solving skills that they're not elite in, and I see them as more and more middle of the pack team. Marcus, you talk.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. First 2 or 3 episodes, they were 1, and 2, or something like that, right? And they were doing that on their own. There was no help with navigation. And so I don't know if that's what you're saying will prevent them from being the top 3. But I think about our season, there was a team from Miami that finished 10th the first leg, right? And then going away to Austria, they got lost, but they ended up in the top 3. So
losers,
but they finished in the top 3. So I don't know. You got lost once, that doesn't mean you don't want to navigate. Maybe there's right now they just want to remove the stress of navigating.
Yeah, I'll say one more thing about Rod though. I get it, but Rod and Leticia, what makes me upset is why did they go to the bull throwing detour? Dude, Rod has legs the size of my chest. How do you not go straight to the bicycle? Why is he following teams? That doesn't show me that you are an elite team in this season.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I think they do. I think they do pretty well in everything they do. They're very well-rounded in general, but they always choose the opposite challenge of what their strength is, because they've done it a couple of times since the beginning, but they've still done well, So,
Juan and Shane, any good Rod stories? That guy looks hilarious.
Dude.
Anything you could say now?
Rod and Leticia are both obviously great humans. So the banter that you saw on the cliffside when Rod and Juan were both chirping me, my own teammate, just chirping me on the side of the hill as I'm picking coffee beans. So Rod's going at me, and so what you don't see what CBS did there is I'm telling Rod to stop looking at my butt, and I'm telling him, I know you like what you see back there, but you don't see any of that. You just see me laughing, oh well,
Classic locker room talk. I love it.
I can't remember at one point, but at some point we started next to Rod and Leticia, and as we were starting, I look over at Rod, obviously trying to get in his head because he's freaking huge. And I was like, hey, Rod, come stand a little closer so I could freaking hit you in the chins right before we start so you can get a head start. Also, too, we chirp Rod all the time about episode 3 where we beat him to the mat. And we're like, dude, professional NFL player, and we beat him on the 40. You can almost say everything Rod does makes us look stronger.
I'm just saying, it was exactly 40 yards. We were exactly parallel with each other. And, the green team finished in front of them. So, my grandchildren are going to know that I beat a 7th-round pick in the NFL in a 40-yard dash.
I'm not saying the Kansas City Chiefs are going to call us. I'm just saying we would take the call.
Right, 100%.
It's not rude.
We would entertain the idea.
Yeah.
So, who's the better athlete between you two?
I think
between us and Rod.
No, you Juan and Shane.
So I'm a classic ego lifter. I'm a big weights guy. I like to lift heavy and not do any cardio. Shane could run circles around me.
Juan's super. So the way that we kind of explain this to people is Juan's an athlete. he grew up playing soccer
Yeah.
and just soccer, and to where I made like, I don't know, more athletic or not. Like I grew up playing like a bunch of different sports. So
And hunting.
And Juan, so how mad were you that you didn't do this
It
Roblox?
was hilarious.
I was pretty pissed. I think that was the most pissed they've shown me on camera so far.
But
I
so
was
why
like, Shane,
are
it's
you-
soccer.
are you guys even at Roblox? I don't know your Roblox count. Like before the soccer Roblox, what was your Roblox count?
Man, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think Shane was ahead by 1 at the beginning of the day.
I think this roadblock put me up by 2. Yeah.
Oh, and then so why did you do it, Shane? What was your thought process between?
Yeah, so you saw a little bit of it in the episode, like so Juan, obviously Juan and I are capable, like we're both capable, but Juan he's more well-rounded. Like he can do all of the athletic stuff, but when it comes to like puzzles and stuff, Juan's gonna get it done. And like so, like Juan's kind of my ace in the hole. Like how we were like approaching the race. He never like he was kind of,
dude, kiss me in the mouth already. Shit.
yeah, dude. Be careful, dude.
I kind of miss the shit talking. Hey, come on, Shane, say you're better, bro, and you're better looking. Say something, dude. Come on.
No, so
good. No, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say, yeah. So like Shane is alluding to the fact that like I like my engineering background helps a little bit out with the puzzles and stuff. Shane is better at like putting someone on a target. I'm just not good at it, dude. I am like the freaking getting certified in the military, dude. I have never gotten top marksman. I am so butt at putting something on a target. And so Shane figured,
Marcus,
hey, man,
I bet you Marcus has. What do you mean? What do you mean you have it?
No, dude, no chance.
No, yeah.
You got it?
Talked enough about my confidence, so we'll let you guys handle it.
In other words, he's the marksman of the year. All right, Juan. So playing soccer, man. Did you ever do a soccer slide?
Yeah. Wait, you mean like just side tackle?
Like this one that I attempted, but it was freaking horrible. Watch here.
Oh.
Let me play again.
Right.
Oh, dude? Were your
That
knees
happens
shredded?
to pros. That happens to pros, and they have to play it off. It's painful to watch.
I played it off pretty good.
Oh, I don't think you did.
Wait, that hurt? That was painful.
So I guess I don't play soccer. You know, I'm Colombian, but my dad's Puerto Rican. My mom's Colombian, and I grew up playing baseball really. And I had no idea you can't. I just saw soccer sliding on TV, and I wanted a soccer slide after a rugby task. Don't ask me why. Whatever. And it turns out you can't soccer slide on artificial turf. You have to do it on grass.
It's high risk, high
knees
reward. You gotta
were
have socks above the knees for that.
Yeah, my knees were scraped for the next.
That sounds good.
For the rest of the race. All right, let's continue with the Wheel of Robics. So, hey, shout out to Ray Fletcher once again. Hey, if anybody else wants to sponsor us, we have, we don't make a lot of money doing these podcasts. We're in the negative. Ask Mike.
You don't get paid a lot as chief of police?
Dude, what? That's good.
That was great.
If you don't know what the inside joke is, follow me on Instagram and I will post it again.
That was wild.
But yes, so I don't get paid much as chief of police, and if anybody else wants to sponsor a segment, we will put your name all over it, like Ray Fletcher. Ray Fletcher, thank you. And Ray Fletcher also sent a wheel to Juan. Juan's got a wheel too, man. So wait, Juan. So just let's review the topics, right? We have, I already said, was I wrong? So how about awkward? Genius. Why y'all so mad? How much? Go ahead, Juan. Can you spin the wheel for me, please?
All right, ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
Oh, you put the wheel to the side.
That was a good spin, dude.
All right. Oh, okay. So he's looking at the wheel. All right, I like that. All right. So Juan, what did it land on?
It landed on genius.
Woo! Genius! Can y'all dance? We make everybody dance. Marcus, dance. Marcus, move that ass! Move your ass, Marcus!
What are you doing, Louis?
He's not gonna stop until you dance. There you go.
All right. So,
What is it?
genius. I'm so happy, Juan, that you picked this topic because You brought up the fact of how Danny blocked the three spots for the 3 tables for the last task of identifying the meat. I thought that was genius because you see Danny in the main store while the guy was presenting the meat and talking about all the names. Right. Danny was going through his clue as he was memorizing, and you could see him go, guys, go now, because I'm guessing he read in the clue that there's only three sections available.
No time limit.
Yes, and there's no time limit. So when he saw that, he's like, everybody, let's go now. And he understood that they don't have the whole thing memorized, but at least he blocked it off and he had his teams there and just try over and over again, different permutations to see if they could get it right. And it blocked Yvonne and Melissa and Sunny and Busy. So, I think that's really smart. And now, do I think it's fair? Yes, because the Amazing Race doesn't make any rules. I think the Amazing Race should make more rules about a time limit in each station, right?
Sure.
So, what do you guys think? Changing rules, is that cheating? Was that wrong? Was that genius? Juan, you want to continue talking about this?
I'll just do a quick recap because I don't want to beat it to death. But it was definitely fair. It was definitely within the rules, and it was definitely strategic. My take was, at that point, it stops being a race and it starts being Survivor. And that was kind of my argument, was that the race aspect is gone because now you've locked them out of being able to compete. So to me, it was like, I'm kind of there for the race aspect, for the competition. It was a smart move. Would I have gotten mad? I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have had my hands around them at the mat. Like in their place, I wouldn't have been all buddy. I would have let it be known that this is, especially with the adrenaline. I would have been honest on the spot. Obviously, I'm nothing if not fair. Like I said, I don't know the full story. I wasn't there, but that's my take. Somebody else talk.
Shane, Marcus, your thoughts?
I'll let Shane go.
Yeah, honestly, I think at this point, I think what you said earlier to start this pod is that hey, the race left in groups. And so now the race is doing things. It's a different race. It is. It's a different race. We're leaving in groups. We're getting to places in groups. And so if the race doesn't like something, I think they're going to change it, right? And they're going to change it via a rule change. This season of the Amazing Race, there was no rule that prohibited anybody from doing something like that. And so it was 100% fair. It was 100%, just, as much as people want to disagree with it. And not saying I'm either one way or the other, but it was within the rules. And so,
do you guys think they should make a rule that you cannot specifically help teams on a task? And if you do, you get a time penalty. What do you guys think about that thought process?
The problem with that would be defining it, right? If you talk really loud and another team hears you, are you helping them? It's kind of setting, it's drawing that line. At what point are you helping?
Well, for example, for Amber, she literally went to the station and told her the answers. That's more definitely.
Totally, yes,
you know
that
what I'm
would
saying?
definitely be.
So do you guys think they should make that a rule in that instance?
Because if you stop it, then you don't see things happening or alliances or friendships, and does that take away from the other side of the race? I don't know. I think it would be fun to see no helping, to really see who gets to the end in the right order.
But I think since the Amazing Race was first made over 20 years ago, there's been some form of alliances. I think too restrictive of rules probably isn't the way to go. Regarding the specific challenge on this episode, I got mixed feelings about it. Part of me agrees with Juan that it's not racing right now, but another part looks at it as certain seasons there's a yield on the season, and when those things come up, or when the U-turn comes up, the racers are relying on the producers when those things are injected into the race. But I likened it to this was a racer programmed yield. They decided to yield the other team and then wait on the producers to make that happen. So part of me likes the strategy as well. So I'm kind of back and forth.
Same. What if they just do it on roadblocks or something? Just one type of challenge, not in general. That would, at least that'd make it somewhat challenging.
So I think the craziest thing about all of this is that everyone's got to understand that Juan and I have no idea what's going on. And
Correct. At this point, we are blind.
We're like, we have no idea. So like
Yeah.
yesterday, I'm watching the race and I'm like,
Yeah, no, for real.
wait, what?
Like, no, rewind.
So there was even not a conversation about this at all.
No.
Wow.
No. Yeah. So like because we finished in second or where were we first last night. So like we had no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And what you have to understand too is I don't know if this happened during you guys' season, but they isolated us. Like we there was not a lot of conversation off camera.
Yeah, no,
we never knew about any of it. The only thing that everybody kind of like knew about was that Ricky and Caesar were killing it, and that it's like, dude, like, holy crap. But like that was kind of just the general consensus because nobody, like, a lot of people didn't like. There was a lot of races, a lot of legs where we didn't even see Ricky and Caesar, and so we're like, these dudes are doing something right. Other than that, all of the rest of this crap.
We get to the match up to this point. I'm like. It's good. What do you say so? What'd you guys win? Where are you going?
Every time we go to bed, we're like, I wonder what Ricky and Caesar won today.
How many Expedia points they got now? Marcus, I want you to start thinking, what was the most shocking thing that you didn't know that you saw on TV? And I think that, you understand the question? Like for me, like when on my season, like I did not know how scared David was of the water. Like when I saw that on TV, I was just like, whoa. Like even though I was, feet away from him in the cave and we were swimming the same area in Iceland, I had no idea how scared he was until later that we saw that. Marcus, anything that...
Well, I have to come back to another one because I was going to say the exact same thing. I was like, when that guy didn't want to get in the water, I was like, what the hell is wrong with David right now? I was like, I did not expect to see that at all.
Yeah.
But so I'll try to think of another one since you talked
Michelle,
about it.
any thoughts? We'll think about that.
Yeah.
We'll think about that. Well, as we think about that, Marcus, it's time to spin your wheel, dude. Come on, get back there. Let's go,
Hey,
Mike.
buddy.
Play the music.
Hey Ray, you didn't send me my wheel, so.
Oh wow! You know what?
Wow.
But because I don't have a
Probably
wheel,
use Prime.
I do have I have like a statement and a question kind of related to what I just brought up. When I said like Juan and Shane, like you didn't know like this was happening. You guys were isolated. We were isolated. But when we traveled, right, whether it was via bus or charter plane, I think our season we broke the rules a lot of times because they were like, you got to be silent. But they were serving us, whiskey on the charter plane, so we were having
so cool.
Jack and Cokes, and then we're loud, and so we started talking about everything, and we got yelled at a couple of times. So in that, we kind of learned things that we didn't see. So like you guys didn't have similar experience.
Marcus, no, we did. We had an identical experience.
Okay,
but nothing of that topic was.
Okay, I got you.
Call it the military experience, dude.
Okay.
Let's just say it's a good thing we didn't race when we got off the plane.
Oh my God, there were so many mornings that we were like, a lot after 5 p.m.
Dude.
Yeah,
hydrated on the plane.
Yeah,
definitely. I just
after.
remembered one.
What was it?
Mine was when we were in France and we're in first place. So we get to the place and we see Marcus and Michael there. And I was just like, wow, they beat everyone out of that task so fast, right? How did they get there so fast? So, okay, whatever. They were just good at the task, right? And when I saw it on TV, I was like, they were the last ones. They forgot their keys and everyone just got lost and they just got there faster than we did. Like, how did this happen? That was my shock for sure.
Yeah. It was more impressive to see that on TV.
Yeah.
Because we heard about it on the plane, but to see what you guys did and on TV, like it was crazy. It was crazy.
Most impressive was our camera guy that day. Because when Michael had to climb that mountain in that castle, the camera dude was like right on his ass with the camera. I was like, that dude's a monster.
Yeah,
bro, I remember watching you guys this season and me telling Shane is like, dude, I hope they don't do that well. Because if they do super well and we don't, we're gonna be we're gonna be a pariah in the Air Force, dude.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
We gotta do as
100%.
good or better than them.
Oh yeah, no, you guys were we had to be wherever you guys were or better. The bar. Yeah, thank you.
Literally.
Now that you said that, like I had a similar thought. Like I was like, damn, the military guys, I want them to win. Then I was like, nah, fuck that.
This about me, baby.
Yeah, dude.
So Marcus, this season there's a lot of Spanish countries, and I'll never forget this. We were in the terminal going to Spain. We didn't know we were going to Spain yet, and then Phil was in the airplane. What is it called? The runway right before you get on the airplane. What is that? I forget.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we're right there,
Gate?
standing right the gate. Yeah. Well, the thing that leads to the gate.
Oh, the jet bridge.
The jet bridge. So, and we're there, and Phil drops the news that we're going to Spain. And man, me and Michelle were like, yeah. David and Aubrey and Michael and Marcus were pissed because they knew that there was 2 teams, and there's 5 teams left here. That 2 teams speak Spanish, and we're going to a Spanish-speaking country. And not only that, though, I think we all agree with that. Even they would agree with that. David and Aubrey were the weakest team in our season. That was left, right? And now they know Spanish. So, Marcus, what were your thoughts? Like, what are your thoughts about this season? How would you feel if you were on this season of The Amazing Race?
I probably would have been, everybody knows, like, your season, just like our season, was reduced to, like, with, like, COVID protocols.
Yeah.
So where you're going isn't a worldwide race. I just want to say that with the context that, like, going to Europe, like, I know there's going to be a varying degree of language. And so some people get lucky. There's a season where there's a team that speaks Mandarin. They go to China. They have an advantage for a leg, maybe 2. For this season, being the team that is not fluent in Spanish, I would have been like, I probably would have been upset only on the first episode. And then I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, I got 2 teams.
And then you would have been home.
And I want to talk to a producer. I want to know, like, what just happened? What
But by the second leg, then I would have just been trying to figure out, all right, how do I just do better than them, even if I don't speak the language? But episode 1, I would have been pissed for sure.
Gotcha. All right. We're almost done with all the topics. Mike, can you go? No, babe, have you ever spun the wheel, Michelle?
No, I haven't.
You never spin the wheel. Oh, we've had so many people spin the wheel. Baby, go spin the wheel.
I want to know if there's an actual wheel.
I think there.
I want to spin again.
Why? Oh, it landed on the same topic. You're right.
Oh, dude, it's a legit wheel, man.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
You guys are acting your hearts out.
We are not on their level.
All right, Michelle, what did it land on?
How much?
How much?
One, dance. What are you good for dancing?
I am dancing, bro. Why don't you square dance like you tell all the Amazing Race fans?
Shut up, Ron. We came in second place for break dancing, dude.
So, this leads into Danny's decision having his mama do the soccer task, right? And he was getting a lot of shit online, and everybody's like, how can you make your mama do this? So it turns out after your race car task, there was a 2-hour break, right, boys?
Yeah.
2 hours.
Danny said 2 hours.
That's a long.
Dude, it was 2 hours. It was lunch.
Wow.
That's a long break.
That is.
We only got 45 minutes in our mega legs.
Wow.
So they had a 2-hour break. After they were done with their 2-hour break, Derek and Shalisa still weren't at that roadblock.
That's correct.
So Danny knew
Wow.
So Danny knew that he had at least a 2-hour lead, and that's why he put mom. And I think it's genius because Danny's leaving his roadblocks I think they're tied now, but
dude,
that's great.
They were going in 1 and 4.
Oh, so they're not even tied yet. No. But it was a good episode for him to catch up. Derek and Shalisa, dude, I thought they were going to be a little bit stronger than that. Any thoughts on how he threw the ball at the bull? What was going on there?
He attacked her for.
He was throwing it at something, but not the bull.
He got it stuck in a tree or some shit.
Hey, man, the roadblock, the story is old as time. Amazing Race has that one roadblock that the best team finds their way out on. And, this was that one. It was like he couldn't,
In his defense, Shane got it, and I missed it 4 times. They didn't show that. On 4 separate 10 try blocks, Shane would get it every time and I would miss it. So they really edited me into it. So good on him.
That was like a difficult task. I'm still wondering how no more teams do the bicycle, but it was doable. But it looked very difficult. How long were you guys at that task?
We were at the Boladora. God, I butchered. I'm not even trying. Yeah, that one.
You're doing
We were
great.
there for I probably like I don't know 20 minutes.
It might have been 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to no, it wasn't 30 minutes, man. I wouldn't say 20.
It took them a long time to turn that cow around and start pulling it again. Like
Really?
the time was
You're
kind of
right.
significant.
You're right. You
I was
actually
going
are
back and forth.
right. Yeah.
Wow. And then it turns out, like, if you guys noticed, Derek and Shalisa never did the last detour.
We did, yeah.
They didn't. They never did it.
They never did it at all.
They said go to the mat. They never did it.
Oh wow.
Wait, what?
Bill didn't go for them.
Yeah. They never did it. They never showed it. They never picked it.
They weren't checking fingerprints.
No. I wish they were. I wanted to see that task.
I wanted to see it
I wanted to see it too. I just didn't want to do it. So attention to detail. Have you met us?
That task looks so freaking cool. I want at least one person. You guys in your season have not done. Your teams haven't done 2 tasks. I forgot what was the other one. There was one more that nobody did. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but it happened this season because our season, everybody, at least one team did every task, and 34 at least. I'm sorry, 34 was us. 35, everybody did at least one task. Well, you're the first season, and I know at least 3 seasons that there's been 2 tasks that haven't been shown. But that one looked very interesting. There was one more, and I completely forgot what it was.
Are you talking about the meat one? Like, is that the one you're talking about?
Well, he's saying that there were 2 roadblocks that nobody chose to do.
2 detours. No,
undone. Sorry.
Yes, detours. There was another one that no team went to, and I forgot what it was.
Okay.
If you guys
I thought the Jeeps might have been it, but they actually the twins and double.
They showed that one.
I remember.
There was one that nobody went to. I forgot what it was. Or nobody accomplished. Maybe it was the Jeep because nobody accomplished that one. I want, yeah. Maybe it was that one.
That makes sense.
But yeah, that
almost the flags, but Sunny and Busy knocked it out.
Yeah, exactly. And then pretty much. Oh, I got one more question. Do you guys think if Angie would have solved the race car puzzle first, do you think she would have given Amber the answers? Or waited for her? She wouldn't have waited for her for sure.
I don't think she would have waited for her.
I don't think she would have given her the answers
her
either.
mindset, her thought process was like, why would we bring somebody along that could beat us in a foot race? Which totally makes perfect sense.
Angie's a savage.
She is.
Angie's always telling Danny stop helping people. I don't think she would have helped Amber. Angie's in the chat. Let's ask her.
What you got for us, Mama Angie?
I'm going to take the opposite take here because you saw the emotion with Amber and how invested she was in Danny and Angie. I don't think she was going to leave them. I don't see that happening. No way. Like, obviously, it's behind us, not seeing what's happening, but whatever was happening behind us and more that the camera didn't show, I think it's more that Amber was so emotionally invested.
Damn, dude. I got a hot take about this, but I don't want to spoil it.
All right, Angie, I was wrong.
Was
I wrong?
Well, she said she would
But then
have.
left after.
I think Ron and Atisa were purposely like they will finish a task quick and purposely like wait for Danny and Angie so they could follow them. I'm pretty sure that was their strategy this episode. But anyways, guys, dudes.
So I couldn't help the girls because we didn't have an alliance with them. Danny was making all alliances with them. I love the boy,
but he's you guys.
I love the boy, but he's
It's because he's your son, Miss Angie.
Yeah, and I will say, like, what a leg for Shane and I to be in the front, because in the back, I think I would have started getting pretty pissed. Like, seeing that from the outside is not somewhere you want to be. And so, yeah, I got a couple hot takes on that, but I'm going to save that for our podcast because people won't come and listen.
Join the Lost Comms podcast. Obviously, this episode, Juan and Shane winners, 10K, baby. Money in the bank.
For the wise.
Mama.
That's it. Nothing better than cash. Still taxable, just like the Expedia points we learned.
Every episode, my wife watches Ricky and Caesar win something, and she looks at me and she's like, "I hate you so much."
Mikey,
so for the first time, I was like,
Yeah,
"Yes, we're going on vacation."
I do. We're an hour and 15 in. I don't know how much.
At least do one.
One real quick. One, go.
We'll do one.
I'm gonna to
All right, let me see.
Okay, this is for Juan, who doesn't read Reddit, but from now on he might.
I think I'm gonna do
Yeah,
this.
you gotta
one.
get it. You gotta get it.
Reddit is on what is on fire.
All right, Warren Tonato says, someone please make a Reddit thread bashing this Super Alliance crap. This cannot be in the next season. It's painfully boring and predictable. Watching teams work together shows each team's strengths and weaknesses. It also shows their character. Well, it wasn't in the next season. Season 35 was filmed later and didn't have this Alliance crap.
Oh crap! It's all crap,
Yeah.
and you guys will always still watch the show. Stop it.
Yeah, they'll be there every Wednesday night at 9:30 for the hour and a half episode.
Exactly. Like
Tune in, Warren the Nanos.
Here,
dude.
I've got a quick take. What if during a detour, if you call for a check and it fails, you have to go back and you got 2 minutes, you get like a minute or 2 minute break, right?
That happens, yeah.
Like
because I feel like, for instance, when they were at Comunal 13 or whatever, and they were doing the puzzle, Ricky and Cesar were just like, oh, nobody's here. I'm just going to say it again. Say this answer, say this. I feel like there should have been some kind of penalty.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely agree.
You know what I mean? There should have been like a break.
First, though, like if you get there first, then you are ahead of the pack. That your reward is like, I don't.
It's like a prize, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Shane, I agree with you, but compared to the other detour, they should have added something else to like even it out a little bit, because these guys are just shooting. I mean, hey, good on them, dude. Again, great decision making on their part, but they were just shooting answers as much as they could, and so obviously they got through it way quicker than we did.
Yeah. The baby mouse hopped on a mirror and then skied down the mountain into the world.
The world is smaller than your evil thoughts.
So all right, we got that segment in, Mike. Thank you so much. Hey, this lasted way longer than expected. Marcus, man, we missed you, dude. You got to come down to Miami, and we will be in Japan tomorrow. We are using our Expedia points.
Hey, for real?
Yeah, guys.
Yes.
Did you make a plan? Is he available over the weekend?
So I'll text him. He's a little bit far. So Mike, if you guys don't know, Mike, Marcus's brother Mike, he's out in Japan right now, but he's based. I'm not sure where.
Northern Japan, Misawa.
Yeah, like 9 hours away from Tokyo. So it's gonna be a little bit difficult for me to meet up with him.
Wow.
But dude, we'll see. I'm gonna text him. We're super excited. We're using our points to go out there to Japan. We will be blogging. If you guys don't catch us on IG, if you guys want to watch our trip, catch us on IG. Juan and Shane, check them out. Lost Comms. All right, they have some good juicy stuff waiting for their episode, for their recap. These guys are hilarious. I love how self-deprecating y'all are. That y'all make fun of each other all day. That's my attitude. I make fun of myself all day. Like I'll take it too.
Dude, that's just like being in the military.
Yeah, exactly. Marcus will get that too. 100%.
Yeah. So, hey, you guys are great. Thank you so much for being on. Everybody in the chat, thank you for joining us. We love y'all. And we will see y'all next week. See ya.
What do you want to be? Yeah. They're mean, they're green, and they make cuisine.
I love it.